So I'm gonna show how a fucking rivet gun works and explain the properties of the rivet in and of itself. Let's start with explaining the rivet. This, basically, what this is just a straight piece of steel wire, basically, that has been hammered into a round shape on the end. This is basically the rivet part. That top part gets pulled into there and expands it. So when you put it between one piece of metal there, for example, and one there, when this expands, it clamps down and presses it onto there via this being pulled back into that hat. And now I'm gonna show you one without actually being in metal, so it's easier to see. Is this a better grip? Yeah, that's a better grip. If you'd focus, you fuck. There we go. Sorry about that. See how it's getting pulled in and expanding it? Then if you need more leverage again, you can just press it on in a bit and then press it all the way down. And what you're left with here is basically the piece of steel that was being pulled on. And it has some bite marks on it. I don't think you can see them from here, but yeah. And what you can do with those types of rivets is this, where that rivet fell off when this fan hit the thing. And so I just replaced it. Now it works perfectly. And that is why rivet, or rather pop rivets, are quite useful. Pop rivets don't need, like the original rivets, you literally had a piece of just basically that piece of metal wire alone, one round basically concave surface, and then a convex hammer where you hammered the end of it between two plates basically, and you just pressed down one side and pressed down one side. You had to have a hammer with something that could hold the other part, and that basically meant that you needed either two hands on the job, or when you were making ships, you needed one person on one side that held something against it, or, well, you know, something along those lines, and one person on the other side that, well, hammered. That's why pop rivets are fucking great, because they don't need that. So yeah. And I also forgot to mention, there are different sizes of rivets. As you can see, the opening gets larger and smaller. With that size of a rivet, you more need a rivet-like gun, or rivet-like, not one of these that you can actually use with one hand if you're strong enough in your grip strength, but one that you need basically to hold like so, and then pull out like that, and just basically press it hard as hell. Because those take a lot of effort. But even this size of them, in comparison to the one I used, as you can see, it's quite a bit larger. So yeah, this takes a lot more force. I'm not gonna use that though, because that's the last of those I have. And rivets are quite expensive because it's kind of complex machining and shit. Because, well, this part is very simple because it's just the steel part, but that is kind of hard to make. Not really, honestly. You just basically need something that presses it, or, well, it's industrialized, so it goes quite quickly. The more expensive part is that one, because that one you need machined, and it has to be pressed and shit, because it's not molded. I don't think so, at least, because it doesn't look like it has any mold lines, but Hey, maybe it's just a different type of molding. Either way, this is gonna finish this episode of Fritz's Bits, or whatever the fuck you wanna call it. Video, whatever. Who cares? Fuck you, fuck me, fuck them, fuck everybody. I don't care. I don't know. Woo! But anyways, have a nice one. Bye.